Thank you for the introduction, and thank you to the organisers for inviting me to present today. Visus Therapeutics is a clinical stage company with a lead program in presbyopia and a pipeline of multi-targeted medicines for the front and back of the eye. And in the second quarter of this year, we announced publicly for the first time top-line results from Brio 1, our first study in presbyopia, our first pivotal study. And in that study, Brimacol demonstrated contribution of elements. So the combination demonstrated a statistically significant improvement in near vision over the two monotherapy components of the study, carbachol and brimonidine. And we're the first company to demonstrate that and the only company to do that in a pivotal study in presbyopia at this point. We demonstrated and met the pre-specified primary endpoint for US FDA and also the pre-specified primary endpoint for UK and Europe. The drug was well tolerated and showed a durable improvement in near vision out to 10 hours. And beyond that, we have a pipeline of other drug candidates in preclinical development, and I have some data from one of those programs to present today also. But first, on to our lead program. Brimacol is a multi-targeted, preservative-free and long-acting eye drop, and in this formulation, mechanistically, carbachol is producing a pinhole effect, so it produces miosis and brings the pupil down, and for a good amount of time by itself. But brimonidine formulated with carbachol increases carbachol levels in the iris ciliary body, which leads to that durable improvement. Brimonidine also inhibits pupil dilation, and as we know, it also reduces ocular hyperemia. These are some data from the study showing the proportion of subjects that improved to 20/40 or better at various measurement time points. We measured at half an hour and all the way through the day out to 10 hours. There were 182 subjects in the study, and to be enrolled, subjects were 20/50 or worse at near and 20/25 or better at distance. And you see here that approximately 50% of subjects in the study are achieving 20/40 or better at hour 10, which means that a large proportion of those could enjoy and move through their day reading glasses free with Brimacol. These are some additional sensitivity analyses we've conducted, and this shows the responder rates of those with dark or light irides from the study, and you see here no real discernible differences across various measurement time points. We do know, however, that pilocarpine binds to melanin and did show lower response rates for those with lighter coloured irides, but we don't see any differences here between, again, those with light or darker irides with Brimacol. And some further analyses here, this is a responder rate as measured by starting baseline binocular uncorrected near visual acuity. And so we see here all comers in the study versus those at greater than 20/80. And again, whether you're a mild or moderate or more severe presbyope, all of these presbyopes in the study are enjoying and gaining by about the same amount in terms of letters read as a change from baseline. And finally, we conducted some further market research post Brio 1. So we had this clinical data in hand and conducted a survey across the US with eye care providers, 100 optometrists, 100 ophthalmologists, and presented the profile of Brimacol, but also some other drugs in development, and the only marketed drug at the time, Vuity, and asked, with the profiles you have seen, do you see utility for these eye drops in your practice? And approximately 94% of eye care providers said yes. They see prescribing to potentially 44% of their presbyopes that come into the clinic and really see focusing those prescriptions to their emmetropes and hyperopes. So we see a bright future for this category and look forward to bringing Brimacol to market as quickly as we can. And beyond that miotic strategy for managing presbyopia, we're also developing a disease-modifying drug, a multi-targeted NCE, for the treatment of cataract and presbyopia. Cataracts are the leading cause of blindness globally, as we all know, and disproportionately so around the globe, and there are over 4 million procedures in the US every year. This multi-targeted NCE has complementary mechanisms. Alpha-crystal is a validated target in cataracts and presbyopia. A second compound joined, if you like, linked with complementary activity, and together the compounds prevent and reverse protein aggregation. And we've conducted a couple of studies. I've got data from 2 studies to present here. This is the first study we conducted last year in non-human primates. This was with a single IVT administration of an alpha crystalline chaperone. And you see here we employed the LOX3 gradient system. And you see a separation between the curves here after injection between the study eye and the non-study fellow eye, and statistically significant from day 15 to day 57, and a significant decrease in lens opacity. And even just look on the right-hand side visually at the nucleus of the lens clearing as early as day 8. If you look at the top right image, the lens is sort of cloudy, but starting to clear again as early as day 8. So impressive results from, again, just a neat injection in monkeys here. And then this is in human lenses. This is a pair of donor lenses from an eye bank from a 69-year-old male with the top row here incubated with the active, the bottom with vehicle, and we see here these lenses start cloudy. And if you look at the top right-hand image, you can see as early as hour 4 that lens starting to clear. That is the potency of this alpha crystalline chaperone function, whereas you look at the bottom right-hand image and the lens is still cloudy and actually starting to degrade further. This is our pipeline. We move Brimacol further. We have a second study still enrolling, and we'll complete enrollment shortly. And then with that, filing late next year and then approval in late 25. The other candidates here move towards IND filing into the clinic in 2025. Thank you again for the opportunity to present, and happy to take questions at the break.